Welcome to the world of Shidokan. Full contact karate, kickboxing, grappling, truly the triathlon of martial arts.
Shidokan, don't even blink.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Park West for the 10th annual World Shidokan Open competition. I'm Johnny Bellino, and I'm here with my friend Dave Cricket, and we're going to be giving you the blow-by-blow of tonight's events.
Good evening, Johnny. I'm looking forward to tremendous fights tonight. Many fighters from all over the world are here. Let's go up to the ring for the call of the first bout.
From Hungary, Robert Sarkozy. And from France, Frederic Aguilar.
Fred Aguilar, a veteran of Shidokan action and a successful one at that. Sarkozy looks a little bit more well-muscled than Aguilar, but Aguilar relies on speed and finesse. He's a vet.
Fighters start out. Knee strike there. Delivered by Robert Sarkozy to Frederic Aguilar. Low kick there. Low kick is like a jab in boxing, John. There we see it again. The fighters clinch. There's an attempted throw there from Robert Sarkozy. Does not complete the throw. There's that low kick again. Roundhouse.
Aguilar looks like he's keeping Sarkozy at bay here. Sarkozy's trying to put on some muscle here.
Oh, there we see a right knee strike up to the face of Frederic Aguilar.
Didn't seem to bother Aguilar, though. He kind of backed off of that.
And it definitely hit him.
Sarkozy's trying to out-muscle Aguilar, but Aguilar is smooth. He's not necessarily a muscle man.
There's an example of it right here. Pushing Aguilar into the corner. Aguilar will have none of that.
Sarkozy looks like some type of special forces soldier with that close cropped haircut and that mean look on his face.
He's a tremendous athlete. And again, so is Frederic Aguilar. There's a round kick. There's a low kick. Ooh, and there's a left hook. I think that caught Sarkozy right in the rib, John. That left hook has put him down to the ground, it looks like.
Aguilar is fast, and that is probably due to his experience.
You see Aguilar following up with the hands to the body.
You know, Aguilar sees so many of these punches coming over the years that he automatically reacts before the punch is even finished. There was a right hand to, I thought, Sarkozy's face.
Nice axe kick by Aguilar, just missing Sarkozy.
You know, he just missed Sarkozy, but those kind of things throw your opponent off balance, don't you think, Dave?
Oh, I agree. Any type of technique like that is going to throw off your rhythm, throw off your timing. Nice combination. Round knee at the bell. Drops Sarkozy to the mat.
You know, Dave, I'm boxing people. What happens in this particular type of a situation? Does the bell save this guy?
Shidokan rules are very similar to boxing in that a fighter can be saved by the bell except for the final round. I think that's what we're going to see here. Let's take a look at Robert Sarkozy against world kickboxing champion Manson Gibson in a previous bout earlier this evening.
You know, how many times did these guys have to fight in one day, Dave?
These fighters fight at least 2 to 3 fights to get to the final round. Here we see Sarkozy in a previous match manhandling Manson Gibson using knee strikes. And there's a low kick that downs Gibson to the canvas.
And Sarkozy moves on after having disposed of Gibson. You know, it looks like Aguilar uses Sarkozy's weight against him.
Aguilar is definitely trying to use his distance, gauging his strikes. Sarkozy is definitely trying to muscle John. You'll see him grab, look for those knee strikes. There's a spinning back kick, just missing Sarkozy. And again, he's trying to drag Aguilar to the ground with him. I don't think that's going to work for him here in this match. Aguilar is much too experienced.
Now, what good will that do him to drag him to the ground?
Well, he's trying to bring him down with, he's trying to avoid those hands. Those deadly hands of Aguilar to the body have just punished Sarkozy.
All right, a great right hook to the body by Aguilar.
And a sneaky right hand there. Sarkozy's down. Down from those body punches.
Well, I tell you, I don't know. That takes a lot of strength to be able to strike a big guy like that with no gloves.
This is full contact karate. No gloves, no pads. That hurts.
And you know, look at the conditioning. As Aguilar goes back with another left hand, it looks like he popped Sarkozy in the mouth.
Incidental, non-intentional face contact.
Yeah, you get a fat lip and an apology. That's about all. There's another left hook.
The front kick. Sarkozy tries to drag Aguilar to the mat. We've seen that technique not work for him the whole evening here. There we see a tremendous, tremendous technique. A left, a right, and then a knee, John. I think he's out.
I don't think he's getting up. He went down like a rock. And I'll tell you something, Aguilar was so fast that you couldn't even see both of those punches.
That is it, a knockout from Frederic Aguilar, who will advance in this tournament. Tremendous technique there displayed by the Frenchman.
Both these contestants go to each other's corners to congratulate their handlers, and it just goes to show you that this sport is made out of respect. It takes a lot of courage and endurance. Your winner is Frederic Aguilar, and in just a moment, we'll find out who his next opponent is going to be. We're back in Chicago for more action in the World Shidokan Tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'm going to summon forth to the ring from Lithuania, Kestutis, Arbocius. And from France, Manu and
And two from France, but now fighting out of California. Dave, what club does he represent out there?
Ento is a Strikeforce kickboxing champion. He packs a mean right hand. This is going to be a tremendous fight here, John. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Well, this guy, Arbocius, looks pretty long and strong.
You see both the fighters feeling each other out here. There's a front kick. High roundhouse kick. Again, just feeling each other out. There we see a roundhouse kick. Ento catches and throws Arbocius to the ground.
Well, Ento looks a little bit chubby, but that could be deceiving.
Ento is a very physical specimen. He's very short, he's very powerful. Tremendous fighter. There's a spinning back kick, just catching Ento on the arm. Again, a lot of feeling out here, you'll see. There's a front kick, sends Ento to the canvas from Arbocius, a front kick.
Well, Ento doesn't look any worse for wear there.
Well, there's a knee strike there from Arbocius, and you'll see Ento grabbing that gi. Axe kick. Spinning back kick.
Well, Arbocius has that height, and that's got to help him.
So it's an advantage here.
I mean, he's the tallest of all the contestants tonight, who I saw.
Spinning hook kick. A lot of techniques here being thrown. Notice the grabbing. Both fighters utilizing the grab. There's a 3-second grab allowed in Shidokan rules.
So that means you either got to do something or get your hands off of them.
That's correct. You have to be active. Grabbing can be used for knee strikes, throws, sweeps, as we almost saw right there. There's a spinning back kick.
Arbocius has kicked Ento a couple of times, but it doesn't look like it's doing any good.
Ento is in tremendous physical shape. His conditioning is right up there with top athletes all over the world. In bare knuckle karate, you can't only just dish it out, you have to be able to take it.
That's the end of round one. Let's take a look at some of that first round action.
Here's that front kick right to the midsection of Ento, sending him to the canvas.
Boy, that was perfectly timed. I was even impressed with that one. Round two.
There's a high roundhouse kick there from Arbocius to the face of Ento, just grazing him. Oh, and a Zabaki technique followed by a knee. Right hook.
You know, Ento may be strong, but I think the cost of that strength is speed, because Arbocius is quicker. I think he's thrown Ento out of his game, and he's good with the hands and the feet.
Arbocius is very versatile. Watch how he attacks from every angle. Low, high, medium. Hands, feet, knees. He has really thrown Ento off of his game plan. Notice the movement as well. He's constantly moving.
Yeah, he seems to be putting Ento in a bad position here with his back to the ropes.
Notice his positioning. He's cutting off the ring. He's controlling the fight.
I think Ento realizes that because he's not being very offensive.
Here we see him trapped in the corner. Oh, and a spinning hook kick. Catching Ento on the side of the head, partially blocked there by the forearm.
There's a hook and another knee kick by Arbocius, and Ento does not seem to be moving here. He doesn't look like he's tired, but he just looks motionless.
Ento looks confused.
You know, maybe he is biding his time for those kickboxing rounds, because after all, that is Ento's specialty. I don't see him moving forward.
Oh, and a front kick. Vento's biding his time. He's taking a lot of punishment to do so. He's been on the mat twice.
And you know, even when you go down unexpectedly, that takes something out of you.
Well, you have to get up. There's an axe kick. Oh, and a straight right to the body. Vento's working that inside low kick.
Seems to be content to stay against those ropes, and he's taking punches left and right by Arbocius. He's not making many offensive moves.
Oh, a sacrifice kick.
Anto survives again, but next round, his specialty, kickboxing. Back in Chicago for more Shidokan kickboxing action.
Here's that front kick that drops Ento. The start of round 3. Kickboxing rules, the fighters wear 10-ounce gloves. They're allowed to grab and hold for 3 seconds. There are no elbow strikes allowed to the head.
Well, Anto is...
Oh, and there's a right hand.
Beautiful right hand by Arbocius.
No standing 8 count given there.
Looked like a knockdown to me, Dave.
Well, that referee's got the best seat in the house.
These punches are crisp.
Punches and low kicks exchanged by the fighters.
Well, this is supposed to be Anto's specialty, so let's see what he can do. He's up to his neck and stuff now, buddy, I'll tell you.
And you see the fighters exchange low kicks again.
Anto's the short of the two. He's got to be the stalker here. Oh, a nice right kick. And that's the best offensive display I've seen from the Frenchman tonight.
Takes Arbocius to the ground.
Good left hand. Good left jab to Arbocius' face. Maybe we're going to see some action here. So far, it's been all Arbocius except for that last flurry by Anto.
Anto's making a comeback.
Arbocius gets a nice right hand and a left. Arbocius is pressing the action here.
There's Ento with a comeback. Oh, and a round kick. Low kick there.
Arbocius also has good defense because Anto is not scoring with any of those punches. There's a good left jab to the face of Arbocius. Anto's active.
Low kick by Anto. Another low kick.
Hands motioning around, trying to confuse Arbocius. There's a left and a right. The right connects.
Uppercut there from Arbocius, connecting on Ento.
There's a nice left hand to Anton's jaw.
There's
left
another
and
one.
Right and another one.
Good combination there from Arbocius. Ento comes right back with that inside low kick.
But so far, it's Arbocius with the signs of strength here. Except for those brief kicks by Anto, it's been Arbocius, both with the feet and with the punches, and that's the end of round 3. Well, kickboxing is supposed to be Anto's specialty, but so far it's Arbocius in this type of an event, too. Let's see how Anto got here in the first place.
Here we see Ento facing a much taller opponent, Johann Gieb from Germany. They're executing a suplex. Gieb comes back with a right, knocking Ento to the ground. Ento's able to mount his own comeback using his hands, pummeling Gieb. Winds up being the winner, technical knockout in the 5th round.
And that's what he has to do against Arbocius. He has to get inside. And it should be easier because Arbocius is not nearly as tall as Gieb.
Let's see if he can do it here in this round.
Round 4. Anto opens up with a low kick. Arbocius opens up with a front kick.
Ento again chopping away at that lead leg with those low roundhouse kicks.
Nadeau there kind of buttoning up there. This is supposed to be a boxing round for him, and he hasn't done a lot of boxing here.
See these fighters exchanging tremendous techniques here. Arbocius has control of this fight here, John.
Yeah, he seems to be pushing Anto all over the place. And Anto is not getting inside. Notice as he's punching from a distance.
There you see a combination there from
There are no
Arbocius.
counter punches. There are no counter punches here. There's just always cover up by Anto. He's got to counter punch and get inside. Use that boxing skill of his.
Arbocius seems to be stalking Ento here. Constant movement.
You don't see any left hooks.
There you see Arbocius coming back with an uppercut. Oh, and there's an axe kick, followed by a punch. Arbocius is all over the place.
And I think he senses that.
I think Ento is a little hesitant now to come in.
He's keeping Anto in the corner there. There's a nice combination. There's a good right hand to the face.
Arbocius is showing that ability to spin with his techniques as well.
And Anton is not showing any offensive action. It looks defensive.
And you see
He's
Arbocius
waiting for all the action to come to him, Dave.
Arbocius is pressing the match here at this point. Looks very calm and cool and collected there.
That was a nice right hand by Anto, but Arbocius came right back.
There you see that spinning back kick again, as I mentioned, the spinning techniques.
And a right hand by Arbocius misses at the bell. Well, I don't know, but I have Arbocius ahead on all these rounds. I think that Anto is going to have to really pick it up to get anything out of this fight.
Anto's going to have to knock Arbocius out. I don't know if you know this or not, John, but Arbocius is an accomplished grappler, tremendous ground fighter. These next 2 rounds are definitely in his favor.
Well, I tell you, though, I don't know if we're going to have another 2 rounds. The bell has not rung to announce the 5th round here. I think we've got a decision already.
Anto's not going to continue, John.
Well, you know what? I don't know if he's beat up as much as he's frustrated because he just couldn't do anything with the Lithuanian.
I agree with you, Johnny. Kestutis Arbocius put on a tremendous display of his martial arts talents here tonight. There he is from Lithuania, your winner, Kestutis Arbocius.
And we'll be back for the semifinals of the Shidokan competition. We're in Chicago for the semifinals of the World Shidokan Tournament.
From Costa Rica, Hector Monterrey. And from France, Frederic Aguilar.
Well, I think, Dave, we've got some familiar faces here. Of course, we're all familiar with Aguilar, but the Costa Rican club is very active in Shidokan competition.
They are, and they've brought their fighter, Hector Monterrey, here. You're going to see a tremendous fight here. Both these fighters just, there they are right there, trading off low kicks, body punches. This is bare-knuckle karate. There are no pads, there are no gloves. These guys are here to fight.
Actually, it looks like an interesting, physically, they look about the same. Both basketball player-looking guys, unlike the earlier bouts when it was brawn against speed.
They both have the same physical body makeup. They both have the same techniques. Notice the hands, notice the legs. A lot of similar combinations being thrown here. I think the experience has got to go to Aguilar.
You know, it's interesting because I'm wondering if there's any difference between the Central American type of Shidokan and Europe. I know that in soccer, for example, the Europeans like short precision kicks and the Central Americans like long boomers. Maybe there's a difference in style in Shidokan also.
Well, let's see if there's any comparison with those styles here tonight with these bare-knuckle fighters.
So far, they look the same.
You see Aguilar is very composed throughout this whole fight.
You know, you never get a look on his face. He never looks tired, never looks happy.
Now, speaking of tired, notice the mouthpiece of Monterrey. It's already starting to come out of the mouth. Monterrey is expending himself here in this first round.
You know, I guess that comes with experience because Aguilar, as I mentioned, has been here before.
Low kicks traded off again, followed by hand combinations, another low kick. These fighters are really going at it. They are not stopping. This has been constant action throughout this first round.
You see any noticeable effect on anybody?
I haven't seen anybody take a tremendous shot.
Well, we're early.
There's a low kick.
I mean, it sounds nasty.
Oh, and there's almost a knee. I can't tell if that connected. Again, just consistently trading blows. There's the end of the round.
The action slowed in round 2, so let's pick it up in round 3.
Round 3, the kickboxing round.
Johnny, I've got the first round pretty even between these two fighters. I gave the second round to Aguilar.
Well, you know what? These are like two smooth boxer types. It's hard really to tell. But Aguilar's been here before, so that probably gives him the advantage of that short score that you were mentioning.
Well, Aguilar's a much more refined, experienced fighter. Aguilar has the experience. You see Monterrey, the stronger of the two, definitely much more aggressive, yet look at the wild punches. He's not as controlled as Aguilar is.
And, of course, Aguilar, no motion in his face, no emotion anywhere. Just keeping himself relaxed, and you save energy that way.
There again, we saw some wild punching. Both fighters exchange kicks.
Another wild right and left hand by Monterrey.
There's those knees with a great hand combination.
Aguilar seems to be continuing throughout the fight, just edging up, taking his time. Not a big advantage, but a steady advantage.
Monterrey looks a bit fatigued again here.
Well, you know, it's another thing, too. It's size and strength against speed and finesse, and Aguilar has the finesse. And I can't say this enough, that a lot of times it comes with experience.
Experience is the factor here.
And he's a winner.
Now have some blood flowing from the nose of Monterrey, who's caught with one of those punches.
These guys are like two boxers now, the way they're dancing around a little bit. A weak left-right combination by Aguilar.
There's that mouthpiece coming out of the mouth again. Again, a sign of fatigue.
Monterrey, another sign of fatigue. His punches are off mark.
That punch was right on the mark.
And you can see Monterrey's mouth is opening up, and that's the end of round 3.
Back with more Shidokan action after this.
We're back at the World Shidokan Open in Chicago's Park West Theater.
Let's take a look at how Hector Monterrey advanced to this phase of the triathlon. Here he is fending off Team USA champion and K1 competitor Lemane Kita from Philadelphia.
Well, Monterrey is exhibiting a lot of strength here as he pummels Kita with a solid volley of lefts and rights. Kita is helpless before this incessant attack, and to me it's only a matter of time. And the referee thinks the same thing because he breaks this thing up.
Round 6. Aguilar in the blue trunks, Monterrey in the red. This is the last of the grappling rounds and the final round of the fight. I've got Aguilar ahead.
So do I, Dave, but not by that much because Monterrey is forcing the action, but his punches are off, and that's what makes me feel Aguilar's ahead. His punches are more controlled and are striking the mark.
Much more precise, as we just saw right there.
In fact, I would not be surprised if Aguilar stopped this kid.
Well, Monterrey has to be given all the credit in the world, battling back, not giving up. Tremendous fighter. These guys have thrown hard punches from the very beginning, the opening bell of this fight. They have not stopped.
You know, that's so typical of all these Shidokan participants. They take it down to the wire. And you find out that in this sport, there's not much of a dispute as who wins these things. And in fact, all the fights that I've seen so far, I've never seen anybody complain. It's usually the fighter who determines who wins.
Shidokan is the only venue that allows the fighter to determine the outcome of the fight. When you've won a Shidokan fight, you know it. And when you've lost, you know that as well. And there we see a high roundhouse kick delivered to the head of Hector Monterrey. Hector counters.
Monterrey looks tired. His mouth is gaping open, sucking up air, but he still comes out there. He doesn't retreat in a hole and wait.
He keeps bringing it. Like all these Shidokan fighters, they don't quit.
Aguilar starting to score, though. I think this may be not going too much longer.
Well, Monterrey's hung in there. He survived that flurry of punches. Looks like Aguilar's actually been hurt there from a punch.
Well, he looks it too, but I don't see Monterrey coming back out at him. He's kind of waiting for Aguilar.
Like we mentioned throughout this fight, that fatigue factor on Monterrey has really worn down. That's the end of the fight. We're going to be going to a judge's decision here. Shidokan fights are scored on a 10-point must system.
Judge 1.
Let's see how the judges scored this fight.
The fight even at 57 each.
The first judge scores the fight even at 57 each. That's kind of surprised, but it shows you how close this thing is. The second judge gives it to Aguilar, 58 to 56.
Judge 3 scores the fight 58-56 for Aguilar.
The third judge scores 58-56 Aguilar.
6-4. Frederic Aguilar, our winner.
And the fourth judge scores it 58-56 for Frederic Aguilar.
And your winner in the semifinals, Frederic Aguilar. We'll see who he's going to face in the finals right after this.
We're back in Chicago for the World Shidokan semifinals.
For this evening, from Lithuania, Kestutis, Arbocius. And from Japan, Sakai.
Here's the start of round one, the second semifinal match. I'm Dave Kricka, joined by Johnny Bellino, calling all the tremendous Shidokan martial arts action here tonight. Oh, speaking of action, there we see some right off the bat. Johnny, the winner of this fight is going to go ahead and face Frederic Aguilar from France to see who will be crowned the middleweight world Shidokan champion in the final bout tonight.
Well, you know I like this Arbocius, but I'll tell you something. If anybody can beat that veteran Aguilar, it would be Arbocius here. I've been very impressed with him so far.
Well, let's see what the Japanese fighter Sakai has to offer as he, whoa, it takes a kick, roundhouse kick right to the head.
Well, apparently not much, because there goes Arbocius.
Well, let's not speak too soon. Sakai is a tremendous fighter out of Japan. This fight is just getting started. Oh, and there's a jumping, spinning roundhouse kick to the head, followed by a knee, and he's not done, a sweep. What a tremendous combination there.
No, and no sooner than he's up and then he's down again. This Arbocius is a machine.
John, Arbocius is throwing every combination imaginable at Sakai. Sakai's been able to bounce back, though, mounting his own attack here.
Well, I don't think Sakai is going to be anywhere near strong enough to handle Arbocius.
Getting dumped to the canvas like that will take its toll on any fighter.
You know, Dave, what's the difference maybe? We talked earlier about the style between the Europeans and the South Americans or Central Americans. What about the Asian fighter and the American fighter, or the European fighter?
The Japanese fighters have a much more straight-on fighting approach. You'll notice very squared up. Arbocius, however, is very methodical, very sporadic in his attack. He's able to move, cut off the ring, use circular motion, use grabbing, different angles, really throwing Sakai off.
You know, it's like a puncher fighting a boxer, only Arbocius boxes and punches.
Oh, and there's a tremendous throw. Very powerful throw there at the end of the round. Here we are in round two. Full contact karate.
Dave, you think Sakai's going to last this long?
Oh, definitely. Sakai will go on through this fight. He's a tremendous fighter. He doesn't quit. Oh, he just took a round kick to the face there. And you see Arbocius grabbing that gi in a sabaki motion, using circular motion in order to throw his opponent. And there's a spinning heel kick that takes Sakai down. John, you may be right. I don't know if Sakai is going to be able to make it.
Well, the referee's just as important as the two guys in the ring, and they've got a good one in Jordan Dolan. Jordan was an original Shidokan participant and a member of the organization, so they've got quality in the ring in the form of the referee as well as the competitors.
Back with the action here. You see that grabbing again from the fighters.
You know, I'd think because Sakai is a leaner kind of fella, he'd be more of a boxer, but Arbocius has just taken over all aspects of this event.
There we see a throw. Slow throw there, taking Sakai down to the ground now with the full force. And there's a sharp knee to the head. He's hitting him with everything here tonight, Johnny.
Just how many times can a guy go down like that without getting so totally out of shape that he can't fight back at all?
Well, these throws will definitely take their effect on a fighter. I've seen fighters knocked out. I've seen fighters injured from throws. If you land the wrong way, a throw can be as effective as a punch or a kick for a knockout technique. Two low kicks exchanged there by the fighters, both landing on the legs. Very painful.
Well, neither fighter looks the worse for wear as far as I can see, because I don't see anybody breathing heavily.
There goes down goes Sakai again. He jumps back up, ready to fight. High roundhouse kick thrown by Arbocius. Both fighters feeling each other out here again. There's some knees. Two knees landing on Sakai in the end of the round.
We'll be back with more Shidokan kickboxing. We're back in Chicago, where things don't look good for Sakai.
Here we see the two fighters squaring off in the full contact karate phase. You see the sabaki technique there from Arbocius, downing Sakai. And here they are, Arbocius in the purple trunks, Sakai in the black trunks, the kickboxing rounds. Let's see if Sakai can turn it up here, John. I know he's a very good kickboxer out of Japan. Maybe he can make a comeback here against Arbocius.
He looks like he's got a little height, but not nearly the strength, so it'll be interesting to see what he does to get to Arbocius.
Well, you got to remember, whoever wins this fight is going to go on to the final, so they both want to win this fight. I don't see either of them quitting.
Sakai took a strong punch to the jaw and a knee as well. I think he's not going to make it to the finals if he continues at this rate. He's hopelessly behind to me.
Well, he's behind, but he's trying to wear down Arbocius. If you notice, he's trying to chop that lead leg down with those inside low kicks.
Well, you know, sometimes when you're way behind and you keep on coming shows the greatest kind of courage.
Well, Sakai and Arbocius, anybody who fights in the Shidokan definitely has courage. And there's a left right over the top to Sakai.
Well, this Arbocius could be a good boxer, too.
He's good at everything. There we see Sakai getting dumped down to the canvas. It's probably the 8th time he's been down on the mat, John.
Notice how he squares up in his boxing. His punches are very straight, and it's not just one punch at a time, it's a 1-2 combination.
Arbocius is stalking Sakai here. Waiting. There's a spinning back kick, just falls short.
Well, that was one time that Sakai avoided some punishment there, but what does he have to do to get Arbocius off of him?
He's got to do a couple things, John. First of all, he's got to stay off the canvas. He's been on the mat at least 8 times this fight. We haven't even gotten to the grappling rounds.
Well, he can't stay inside because he's not strong enough, and by being outside, Arbocius just takes him apart, so it's going to be a long night.
Well, Sakai has to fight Arbocius from his distance. If he's not fighting him from his distance, Arbocius is able to throw combinations and techniques at will, and not only throw them, but land them. There's the end of the round.
Round 4. Let's see if Sakai can figure his way out of this mess. He's been taking a terrible beating for the first 3 rounds, and things don't look like they're going to be any different because he just got hit by a right and a left by Arbocius.
Well, he's got an uphill battle here, John, as he goes down to the mat again. If anybody can climb that mountain, it'll be Sakai. You got to give this guy credit. He has not quit. He has taken a tremendous beating, and he still comes back swinging.
You know, you're right. It does take a lot of courage when you know you don't have the strength and you don't have the speed to overcome these odds and not just quit.
Well, there's a little spunk there from Sakai with a low kick. Could be mounting a comeback. He's throwing another low kick there to the inside leg.
There's a lot of backing up, though, by Sakai.
Oh, and here, some hands thrown by Arbocius.
There you go. Now you know what you're talking about here. Lefts and rights, more lefts and more rights, and Arbocius has opened up his arsenal of power.
How is Sakai standing on his own 2 feet after that?
I don't know. Sakai looked like he was helpless, but he hung in there, and he's taken another 8 count, but he's still standing.
Not many fighters I know could have withstood that barrage.
I know I don't want to be in there.
Bleeding from the mouth, definitely taking punishment from those combinations there. See if he can mount a comeback of his own. There's a left hook. Squaring up again.
Arbocius doesn't even look like he's breathing heavily.
Oh, and there's a low kick. Just tearing up that leg of Sakai. Oh, and a left hand. Sakai is out on his feet, John.
It looks to me like he's going to take another 8 at least.
Well, he is standing.
Don't see anything from the corner. He looks like he's going to stay again.
He's ready to go. He's ready to go. What a fighter.
He's rocked again, though, by Arbocius.
Oh, and there's that low kick.
That's the end of round 4. We'll be back with the grappling in a minute. We're back in Chicago, and if you've just tuned in, we're in the middle of a hellacious fight.
Here we see Kestutis Arbocius just rocking the head and the body of Rose Sakai from Japan. Unbelievable combinations here. How Sakai manages to stay up, I have no idea.
Look at those punches rock Sakai's head just back like a bullet.
Well, look at Sakai try to throw hooks back, fighting back out of this. Amazing. What tenacity. And we're back in the 5th round. 5-ounce gloves, the grappling rules. We have Sakai in the black trunks, Arbocius in the purple. And they are, oh, and there's a right hand down Sakai right off the bell. Sakai is right back up.
You don't have to be an expert to expect that with these 5 ounces that wasn't going to happen. But what is surprising is Sakai's up again.
There we could see some grappling. Fighters are staying with the striking. Oh, there's an incidental punch. There's no striking when the fighters are on the ground. The referee warning Arbocius of that.
Well, Sakai is bobbing and weaving like an untouched boxer and is even trying to throw a few punches of his own, but to no avail.
His energy level is still there. Amazing. Amazing conditioning from all these fighters tonight.
But there goes Arbocius again, almost at will. Well, at will.
I don't know if we're going to see any grappling here. I think Arbocius wants to take Sakai out with the hands or with the feet. There's a knee. Oh, there's a knee. He's down, but he pops right back up.
You know, Dave, I don't have any words to explain or describe the courage on this. Sakai, and again, he's down. This guy just won't quit.
There's the towel, John, from the corner, doing the right thing, protect the fighter. He's taken enough punishment. What tremendous courage and heart displayed by Sakai from Japan.
You know, there's a standing ovation out here, and I don't know whether it's for Sakai or Arbocius, probably for both. Let's take a look at that unbelievable action that ended the final round of that last bout.
Here we see Arbocius delivering those strikes to the face of Sakai, taking him out. Wisely, his corner throws in the towel because he was not going to quit.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, the main event, the final bout of this evening for the Middleweight Championship. It will be fought between the 1998 Shidokan Switzerland champion, hailing from France, Frederic Aguilar. And he will be facing off against Kestutis, Arbocius from Lithuania, the 1999 World Open champion of Shidokan.
Here we are for the championship bout of the evening.
We have 9 rounds total here tonight. 3 rounds karate, 3 rounds kickboxing, and 3 rounds of grappling.
Dave, I guess that's what they mean when they say the triathlon of martial arts.
And not only that, but both of these fighters have fought 3 bouts earlier in the evening to get to this point.
Well, I'll tell you, they don't look like they've fought all 3 times already.
Well, look at the quickness of Arbocius there, trying to apply an armbar there. That's not allowed in this phase. That's for the grappling later on in the match.
Well, you know, this is going to be kind of unique because Arbocius can match Aguilar in speed and agility, and he'll overmatch him with strength.
And experience, John. Both these fighters have a lot of experience. We've seen them fight tonight. We've seen them dispose of their opponents. And this is going to be a great fight. And we see Arbocius with the grabbing technique again, that sabaki technique, pivoting his opponent, delivering a low kick.
See, that's where I think he likes to use his strength, set you up.
Well, Aguilar counters right back with an inside low kick.
Well, I'm just thinking that if Arbocius can get inside and grab, he can avoid Aguilar's jabs, take the boxing part away from this Aguilar.
Well, let's not forget those throws of Arbocius either. We saw him throw Sakai around the ring like a rag doll earlier. Let's see if he can do the same with Aguilar.
I think he just tried to do it then, but Aguilar's a little bit too
Attempted
smooth.
to lift him. Both these fighters squaring up again.
I think that was that right kick that again he struck Arbocius in. Arbocius struck Aguilar in the left leg, and I think that's beginning to tell already.
Yes, notice how Aguilar just changed his fighting stance there. He's now got his right leg forward. He is favoring that. That leg is hurt.
I think that's going to take away all his kicking power.
Well, he still has his hands and his knees. Both very formidable weapons that we've seen in the past. There's a right to the midsection of Aguilar.
See, I don't think he can be punching.
Oh, and a high roundhouse kick, Johnny.
I don't think he can be punching, trading punches with Arbocius. The bell ends the first of 3 karate rounds. Round 2 of this championship bout.
Both the fighters feeling each other out here. Let's see if Aguilar can mount a comeback here. Arbocius grabbing that gi, looking for a throw perhaps, doesn't get one.
I think Aguilar's suffering from that punishment he took to his leg.
That leg's definitely hurt. Notice how Aguilar keeps it back behind him, trying to protect it. Low kick to the right leg. He's very slow getting up here, John. He landed on that leg.
You know what? Like in boxing, my friend, when the body goes, the head follows.
Not only are those legs not being used for kicking, it's affecting his punching power as well. He's really hurt. He's favoring. You can see him hobbling on that leg.
And if we can see it, you can bet that Arbocius can see it. And like a shark to bait, he's going to go for the kill.
Working that inside of the leg there of Aguilar. Aguilar counters with his own punch.
Arbocius is really kind of taking his time.
Oh, and there goes that leg again. Very slow getting up, favoring that leg as he gets up.
And immediately Arbocius goes for it.
In an attempt to protect himself, he grabs that leg and tries to go down to the mat.
I don't think this fight's going to stop for any punches to the head. I just think Aguilar is just going to not be able to get up.
There's that low kick again. Another one.
And
3.
another one.
He's down. That leg is out. That leg is taken out. Arbocius showing sign of victory. Let's see. Arbocius celebrating a bit early, but let's see what happens here. Aguilar is up.
Just like a home run hitter, Dave, when Arbocius hit Aguilar, he knew that he had him.
Well, he's up and they're fighting again.
Well, he's the champ of Switzerland.
There's that low kick again. 4 low kicks.
The end of the round, and a wounded Aguilar limps back to his corner.
Here's those 3 low kicks that take Aguilar down to the mat.
We're in round 3, the last of the full contact karate rounds.
We've got Frederic Aguilar on the right, Arbocius on the left. Arbocius looking to throw Aguilar. Favoring that leg again is Aguilar. There's that low kick. There's a knee.
Arbocius obviously going for that leg.
Aguilar moves back in to fight. Arbocius throws another low kick. Going after that leg. Down goes Aguilar. Aguilar slow to get up.
Looks like he had help from the referee on that one.
And for your information, Johnny, the referee is the president of the U.S. Shidokan, Shihanedi Yoshimura. There's a high roundhouse kick by Aguilar. Just missing. Arbocius delivers some low kicks of his own.
Oh, look at that great judo throw, Dave.
That's a picture-perfect one-arm shoulder throw that has definitely taken the wind out of the sails of Aguilar. Not only do I think the wind and the fight are knocked out of him, but he has injured those legs. Those legs are out. Look at him, slow to get up. I don't think he's going to continue. Out comes the mouthpiece. That's it.
And there you have the 10th annual Shidokan Middleweight Champion of the World from Lithuania, Kestutis Arbocius.
That was the most action-packed night of martial arts fighting I've seen in a long time. I can't wait till next year.
This has been the 10th Annual World Shidokan Championship. I'm Johnny Bellino, on behalf of my partner Dave Kricka. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time with more Shidokan action. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports television. For more, log on to ESPN.com.